to the latest episode of the M6P versus the MCU. I'm Jared, and we've got Darrin, Jonathan, and Tim. And we're going to take you on a thrilling ride of the latest few episodes of What If. We're going to talk about Spider-Man No Way Home, and then we're going to hit you with some trivia. First of all, we've all got stuff to plug, though. All of us but one have YouTube channels. So check us out on the M6P on YouTube. You can just do a DuckDuckGo search for the M6P and get our Instagram, our Facebook, you name it. If there's a social media platform, we got it. So do a search for the M6P. Darrin, what you got, man?
Are we plugging or starting the show? Plugging?
Plug away.
Yeah, 5 O'Clock Collectibles, a YouTube channel where I unbox various card boxes and other collectibles, toys, things like that. But I haven't done a video in a while, but I have a few coming. Sorry. Of course I have it.
Yeah. Darrin, you've got like a big something coming, don't you?
Oh, yeah. You know, and McVicker knows, but that's it. Kevin McVicker, folks. The Kevin McVicker.
The Kevin McVicker.
Yeah.
When can we expect that, Darrin?
Maybe in a couple weeks. We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
All right.
I've got a lot of things that open. I won't say any of the other card sets I have to open because they're not Marvel. So.
All right. Cool. Jonathan, what you got to plug, man?
Speaking of not Marvel, hey guys, how's it going? There's a Superman poster right here. So I do a podcast on YouTube as well, and I've actually had Jared as a guest on my show before. I would like to have Darrin as a guest on my show one day, maybe soon in the future. And yeah, it's called Comic Book Cinema. You can look us up on YouTube at Comic Space Book Space Cinema. That's the channel, and then also on Instagram we're at Real Comic Book Cinema, and we're also on Facebook too. So check us out.
So Comic Space Book Space Cinema. That's a long title.
Comic Book Cinema. Just spaces in between each word.
Okay. And Tim, you will not be a guest on that show. So
and I will not be plugging.
Tim's gonna be on next week.
I will also not be plugging anything. So there you go.
But now Tim and Jonathan, you guys have not met yet, right?
No.
All right. So after this is over, Jonathan will say, Darrin and Jared who? I want Tim.
I mean, I'm definitely the funniest. There's no doubt about that.
That is true. Yeah. All right, cool. So Darrin, why don't you lead the way for us with What If?
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and just start. We're going to cover 2 episodes, as we know. We'll start with episode 3. So far every single episode has been a little bit different in this series, and one of the things I've noticed, like it's kind of like when we were in high school, you'd go buy a CD. Remember CDs? Yeah, right. And it'd come with like 12 tracks with like your favorite band, and then you like the band, and then there's certain songs that stand out, and I feel like that's kind of how Marvel's What If's going. Like certain episodes appeal to certain people. I mean, after episode 3, we did a quick post about the episode, on the M6P page, asking what people thought. It was very mixed. People either hated it or loved it, and that's a good thing. I think you want that kind of that's what you want in a show, in my opinion. I, for one, really enjoyed the episode. I love the Murder She Wrote atmosphere. Nick Fury was Angela Lansbury, basically. I really enjoyed that. And the fact that it all culminated to Hank Pym being the villain in this What If episode. I thought that was great, and I'd like to hear you guys' opinions.
Well, I just want you all to be searching for our TeePublic our page, where we're going to have an Angela Lansbury as Nick Fury t-shirt coming out next week.
I'll make it, Jared. You know I will. I'll make the logo tomorrow.
I would wear the heck out of that shirt. I like the episode a lot. I really liked it a lot, and I know this episode particularly has been either you loved it or hated it. There haven't been a whole lot of middle people at this one, but I love the callbacks to the original Incredible Hulk movie, because it's like the redheaded stepchild of the MCU. So to have an episode have the not Abomination, but Thunderbolt Ross, and then Betsy Ross, and then Hulk with the the Skyway. Like, oh, that's so great. But I'm always, I'm such a team-oriented comic book reader and movie watcher. Like, I really like the team aspect. So this episode had all the Avengers, so this was really like my sweet spot. Whereas I know we're going to talk about Doctor Strange, this 4th episode next. That didn't hit my sweet spot because it was just one character. So to have everybody in there just doing all their different things, and just like to see Thor taken out so quickly. And I was not guessing that it was Yellow Jacket. I was not guessing Hank Pym was the man. And I was actually late to work that day because I needed to finish the episode. There was no way I was gonna just miss the end and find out what happened. So I went in about half hour late. I love the episode.
This is the part where I tell you why Jared is wrong. No, like, for me, having all the characters in the show, like cramming it full, Black Widow, Iron Man, Hawkeye, whoever, didn't really like make it that great in my personal opinion. Like, I gave this, if I had to give it a rating, I would be somewhere between a 6.5 and a 7. It was decent. Like Jared said, there was a lot of unpredictable things that happened, which was nice, refreshing, right? That's what you want to see in a what if series. But ultimately, I don't know. I guess it was just a little underwhelming. It wasn't quite as underwhelming as the Peggy Carter episode, which to me by far was the worst one. But I don't know. Like, I'm still kind of torn about it. Maybe I'm that exception because you said that people either love it or hate it. I don't feel like I love it or hate it necessarily. I feel like I'm just somewhere in the middle. Like, there was some aspects to it that I liked. But first of all, for me, okay, you guys are the experts when it comes to the comics. Can Thor be killed by a normal arrow?
So in the MCU, he had lost his godliness, and that's why he was sent to Earth. Because remember, like, the Destroyer just beat the heck out of him, and he was on death's door. But then when he got the hammer, he was worthy again, and his godhood was restored.
So that explains that. That was my big hang up with that. Like, everything else I could kind of see. But that's another question that I have. Do you comic book experts really think that Hank Pym in the Yellow Jacket costume could beat Black Widow?
In the comic book universe, or the 616 or the MCU?
I mean, either or, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, so for me in the comics, Black Widow, it's hard to find a better fighter than Black Widow. There's very few people in the Marvel universe that can fight better than her. And I think she would have pulled a Nick Fury at the end, and him coming at her and just like, bam, bam, just taking him out.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking. Like, because in the movie, in the Avengers movie, well, maybe it was actually Loki that was in the cage, and he heard her sneaking up on him, and he was like, or she said, not many people can hear me sneaking up or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, that wasn't my big hang up about it. The fact that Black Widow beat Yellow Jacket, it was just, I don't know. Like, for me, it just felt very, it was very unique in a lot of ways. Like you said, it was like Murder, She Wrote. It was like a whodunit type murder mystery. So for me, there was some good things about it, and there was some things that just kind of made me go, eh.
All right.
Yeah, I think occasionally what we need to do is remember what the purpose of What If is, and remember what the purpose of it was in the comics when they were released. For me, when we look at the What If comics, the one comic I remember reading was What If Wolverine Killed the Hulk. I remember it. I remember that one like it was yesterday. I was probably 10, 11 years old when I read it. And that's kind of when I was introduced to What If. And the thing that was really unique about it at the time was, first of all, each issue stood on its own. You didn't have to read 30, 40 issues in order to get from point A to point B, which is kind of what the MCU is as well, right? You got 10, 12 movies leading to a point. Well, in What If, you got like a 30, 40-minute episode that pretty much just gives you one succinct story. And it introduces alternate realities, yes, but the alternate realities are not really the point. The point is it's like a prodding tool for the studio to find out what the audience likes and what they don't like. And it's the same thing that they did in the comics. You know, they find out what characters people like mashed up together. They find out what personalities that they haven't explored in characters that people might respond to well. You know, there's a lot of things in this series so far that people have liked, right? I think we all really liked the Collector and the way that he was portrayed, kind of as a more sinister and powerful guy instead of this weird kooky dude, right? And then there were some things that we didn't like. I was not a fan of evil Hank Pym. That's just me. But once again, you know, this is What If. This doesn't change anything in the canon, so I'm not going to lose sleep about it and cry in the shower in the fetal position. This pretty much was just one of those situations where I did not care for the episode. I thought a lot of it was very far-fetched, the way that they had Hank doing certain things. You know, I told Jared, like, okay, so he went over and he bumped Hawkeye's hand and that made him kill. I mean, how could he have possibly known, right? How could he have possibly known that that was gonna shoot? And so that's like a 1 in a bajillion shot. And then on top of that, just some of the other things were a little far-fetched. The fact that he was in the bullet that went into the Hulk and none of that killed him beforehand and all, it was all really weird. And so I thought it was a little far-fetched. I did appreciate them mashing all the characters back up together. I thought that was really cool, but I thought the storyline was a little bit lacking. But now Marvel knows that I think that storyline is lacking, and they know that I don't like evil Hank Pym, and so mission accomplished, right? So that's kind of the way that I look at this episode. I look at this episode and I just say, you know, there are some things that I didn't care for, but I'm not upset about it. I watched it, and you know, now Marvel knows more about what I like, and hopefully, because just think about it, if they had some kind of a tool like this before they released Age of Ultron, right, when they could have said, hey, what if we kill Quicksilver? Would you guys like that? Instead of just killing him and now it's forever in the canon and we can't change it. That's kind of cool, because now they get to see what the audience response is to that kind of stuff before they do it. So that's something that I like about What If. I think that, you know, they'll see some of the things that we don't like, and they'll take our input, and you know, they're still going to do what they're going to do, but ultimately, you know, we've had our say on certain things, which I think is kind of nice.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Is there anything else anybody would like to talk about regarding episode 3, or can we just dive into Doctor Strange?
Yeah, Jonathan has something.
Well, I was just gonna say, you mentioned that analogy earlier. I meant to touch on that about the CD analogy. To me, What If is almost like, you remember the Now 24, Now 36, whatever. That's almost like what If is to me. You know, it's like a mixed bag of goodies. You know, it's you don't know what you're gonna get. You know, track 1 might be a hip hop song, and track 2 might be a, you know, Britney Spears. So it's all mixed up and mashed up.
Yeah, the other thing I wanted to say was, this was the first one that didn't have a definitive, this thing was different, so it changed everything else. Captain Carter, like, we saw what happened. She jumped in. The Ravagers picked up Black Panther instead of Star-Lord. Well, this one was like, well, this happened off screen. Hope Pym was a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. You didn't see this. You don't know how long she was a part of S.H.I.E.L.D., and you just know something happened. Everything else is the same, though, but something happened a long time ago, and now that's made her dad crazy. So I think that was where they got a lot of the criticism, and it made sense. Like, yeah, I would have liked to see that, but if you did see that, there would have been no Murder, She Wrote. You would have known what was up.
Yeah, I feel like the kind of the stages of Pym's decline would have been easier to see that way, because I think what he had was a very understandable rage, but it was something that when you just kind of hear him explain it, it just kind of sounds like a kooky guy that snapped. And I didn't care for it, but I think that's what they were going for, Jared. I think they were going for Hope dying as being that one thing, and none of us really picked up on that until Black Widow was looking at it and says, oh, it's all about Hope, and you know, and all of us are like, oh, okay, so Hope died, so that's what this is. So I feel like I don't know, I feel like that's what they were going for. They were still trying to make it the one thing there, but yeah, it kind of left a lot to be desired, because it could have been it could have been one of several things that changed the direction of everything there. So I don't know.
And that's kind of a good prelude to the discussion for episode 4, what you had mentioned, Jared. It's like they had this backstory. Instead of seeing the what if moment in the actual episode of what changed things, we didn't see that. The backstory just kind of was there, and it just started happening in the show. That happened in Doctor Strange as well, episode 4. All of a sudden he's with Christine, all these different things from the movie. And I was like, well, that's the what if moment. How did all this happen? Like this whole show, I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with episode 4, same way Jonathan does with episode 3. A lot of good things and a lot of things I didn't like, but that was the biggest one for me. I noticed right off the bat. I was like, well, wait a second, like a what if moment already happened. Like what's going on? Christine was never in the car with him in the movie. Like, I thought what if was supposed to talk about that one defining little moment that kind of steers things into a new direction. So other than that, quick recap of my feelings for that episode. I really enjoyed him summoning up the monsters to, absorb them and things like that from the different dimensions. Just the style of this it felt very Doctor Strange from the comics, more so than the MCU, I think. And even the directional style, it's like, is this what Sam Raimi is going to be doing with his movie? Because if this is kind of a vibe he's going to pull with how, like they did not hold back on showing his different powers and everything else. So many things that we wanted to see that I liked. I guess, and it's not a big complaint, the story for this one just seemed a little bit choppy. And the beginning was basically Edge of Tomorrow. So there we go, the movie. All right, what you guys got? Anyone? Who's up next?
I'll go. I mean, I really like the Doctor Strange episode, so maybe I'm going to be on the minority here. I don't know. I felt like it was the one so far that has lent itself as a partner to animation the best, which is why I liked it. I mentioned to you guys before we started here, I kind of felt like I was in a really high quality anime at moments, which was really nice. So I thought it was a really, really good, storyline. Yeah, we did have a little bit of the Groundhog Day thing at the beginning where it didn't matter what he did, everything got screwed up. That was a little bit, that was kind of a little interesting moment, but it also kind of helped build towards this reality in which he can't live without Christine, which is something that we hadn't seen before. I think the one moment they were going for was what if he was a caring guy more than anything, right? And that's kind of more what this was. What if he wasn't like a pompous jerk, and instead he was a guy that was in love and emotional and all that kind of stuff. He still would have responded the same way by going to the mystic arts, but he would have done it for a different purpose. And ultimately that purpose can drive people mad. So that was kind of an interesting way. I really appreciated seeing the stages of the decline, like we did not get to see from Pym. So I thought that was definitely something that was pretty cool. But yeah, I really liked this episode. I like the episodes that kind of focus kind of more, on one particular story, instead of just trying to, make it, oh, let's bring so-and-so in and let's bring so-and-so in and let's just keep adding characters and changing their realities. And I kind of like this one because it kind of just puts one story in perspective from a different angle. But that's just me. And once again, this gives us the things that they're changing in What If. It gives Marvel all kind of information. Do people buy into the idea that there could be an evil twin Doctor Strange? Do people buy into some other things? And that's just something worth mentioning. The other thing that I thought was a really interesting thing is how they bring out that Christine's death is an absolute point in the universe. Okay, and we all know that Christine did not die, at least at that point in the MCU. So it's kind of interesting why that's an absolute point. The other thing that I thought was interesting was that the Watcher actually interacted with the characters in this one, which was different. So actually even talked to Doctor Strange, which was different. So I thought that was kind of an interesting angle. But overall, I liked this episode. I think what we're going towards is maybe a possibility of all the episodes kind of tying together somehow, because the Watcher obviously can interact with the characters now. So something there is bound to give at some point. So I'm just curious where that would lead. But overall, I liked this episode. It was more my speed than episode 3.
I'm 100% with you, Tim. You know, there was something about this episode, and I literally had to watch it on my phone. I watched part of it at work. I watched part of it when I got home, and I watched a little bit of it on the TV. But when the episode was over, oh my gosh, it just hit me right in the feels for some reason, you know? And it was an emotional roller coaster. And the way that it ended, just leaving you like, you know, like that's another rarity for the Marvel, or at least the MCU, you know. Usually they always find out a way to defeat evil, you know. Oh, don't worry. Doctor Strange, the good version, is going to find a way to come back and beat that evil Doctor Strange and sock old Adolf Hitler in the mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I really enjoyed it. And like you said, I love the animation style of every single episode. You know, it's almost like a hybrid anime, like you're talking about, mixed with CGI, you know, animation.
Yeah,
It's,
and Disney type. So yeah, it's very much
high quality, and I wouldn't expect anything else or anything less from Disney and Marvel at this point, because you know it's almost like they have a standard. They don't just put out crap like these guys do a lot of times, but they have a standard. And yeah, I totally liked it a lot more than episode 3. Honestly, I'm debating at this point whether or not I like it more than the second episode, which to me was way up there. So I really enjoyed it. And I was going to talk about something else, but totally just slipped my brain. I'll probably think of it later when somebody else is talking.
We could do an episode. What if Jonathan remembered what he had to say?
That's the big question for everything. But yeah, I mean, I really, really enjoyed this episode. And the fact that it was more intimate, you know, just about Doctor Strange and his world, in some ways, to me, helped it out a lot. You know, you don't always have to have a big epic team up. Of course, we all love that, you know, but sometimes we've seen in the past, you know, movies like Age of Ultron, you know, just because you have a big group of people in a movie doesn't always equal success or a great story. So I loved it.
Well, I agree with like what Tim had to say, but he liked it at the end. So everything Tim had to say, yes, but I didn't like it at the end. So I was just like, you know, Jonathan, you looked at you watched it in 3 parts. I feel like I watched it in 3 parts too, because I took breaks to play on my phone because I was kind of bored. I was like, I just didn't get it. I just did not get it. And I wanted to. I was expecting, and I think maybe that's always been my problem. Like I expect this to happen and then it doesn't. But I really thought that like Dormammu or Baron Mordo were going to be involved in him becoming corrupt. So he just became corrupt by possessing all these random weirdos. And one thing, did we see the Hydra tentacle thing again? Is
that was the same one from Agent Carter.
I as soon as I saw it, I'm just like, boom, and that's kind of the interesting thing about this whole series, is that, you know, they can just do random things like that at any moment and just tie them together, and you know, and then the next thing you know, we'll all go see the movie tomorrow and it'll be there and we'll be like, oh, there's the thing. So yeah.
I didn't see that as being the same. I didn't see that as being the same creature. Like I just thought that was a mystical being that had great knowledge of bringing people back from the dead. But I mean, I didn't put those two together. But maybe it was the same creature. I don't know.
There's a character called Shumagorath in the comics that has tentacles like that. And so in the first Captain Carter, that's why I thought it was, but it was so out of place. But it's perfectly in place with Doctor Strange. But the Shumagorath also has like this big eye. So otherwise, this is just some octopus. So, but I think my favorite
mystical octopus.
Mystical octopus. My bad. I don't want to misgender the octopus. But the best thing I think was the fight scene between Doctor Strange and Doctor Strange. That was just like, wow. It reminded me a lot of when he battled Thanos in Infinity War, which is probably my favorite part of that movie, because he was just like, multiple Doctor Stranges and Crimson Bands of Sidorak and this like glass wall. He all kinds of just throwing everything at him, and that was fun. That was probably the best part of the episode because it was just fun. And then to have him lose, and Christine comes back, and the venom goo is coming off of everybody, and then it ended so sad. Like, wow, I felt worse than when I started to watch this episode. You know, at the end, I don't want to. I mean, I'm not looking for a Hallmark movie, and I know that the heroes don't always win. That was evidenced in the last movie. You know, all the Avengers were killed but Cap. But man, this episode just ended with a wow, life sucks message.
Yeah, and that's once again, you know, when we're looking at what if, the great thing about it is that none of it's canon. It's all hypothetical, and it's given Marvel all of this information. And you know, I'm not a fan of ending on bad notes like that either. You know what I mean? And so when they do this, you know, and we're giving them the kind of information that they want, hopefully they see that and they don't put it into canon, and we can see that, you know, superhero movies, the good guys are supposed to win, and we're supposed to feel good at the end, and you know, and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's once again part of the purpose of what if is to just kind of throw that, well, what if they could lose? What if they could have, you know, a situation arise where something completely changes and they end up destroying the universe instead of saving it? That's kind of the whole point of what if, is how would we respond to that? And so, you know, the one episode I remember, once again, the one issue I remember reading was Wolverine killing the Hulk, and then he joined the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and I was like, no, that's Wolverine. He can't do that, right? But what did Marvel learn? Marvel learned I didn't like evil Wolverine, and they learned that I did like him fighting the Hulk, so they had that happen. Oh, there it is. There it is, right there.
I thought I had it.
One thing I will say though, oh, go ahead, Tim. Finish up.
No, I was just gonna say, so I mean, that's the great thing about what if, is that, you know, we're giving them information, we get to see these stories. It doesn't really change anything in the canon, but everything is a possibility, which is still great. So I agree. I'm not a fan of downers, but as a show and the quality and everything that I expected from this episode, I really liked it. That's just me.
Don't you guys think that it makes all the Marvel movies really super predictable if the good guys always win though? Like, I agree to an extent, you know, nobody likes to see, you know, Iron Man die or whatever, but these things need to happen to make the stakes real, you know, in the film. Like, because if no one ever dies and nothing bad ever happens and there's never a sad ending, there's not going to, like, when you're watching the film, you're not going to really be worried about the Avengers because, you know, they won in every other movie. So why are they going to lose in this one? What makes this movie any different than every other Marvel product? So I think that they do need to mix it up a little bit. I'm not saying that every Marvel movie, you know, the hero needs to die. Nobody likes to see that, but it does need to be a little bit, you know, like unpredictable. Like, you need to surprise us occasionally.
I think they kind of went that direction with Infinity War. You know, with Infinity War, they went that direction where it was just like everybody, you know, half the universe is gone and the bad guy wins and all this kind of stuff. And then they had this triumphant entry that we all cried when, you know, when Falcon says on your left and all the portals open up and it's amazing. But I feel like, yeah, there's Jared crying right there. That's exactly, you know, who's cutting onions in here, guys? But
that's one movie out of 23, 24
exactly
movies.
Exactly. And that's kind of the thing. How would we respond if it was just a normal movie? And that's kind of what they're learning from us right now. You know, they're probably transcribing this right as we speak, and they're making sure that they listen to our opinion.
Well, I know Google's listening.
So for me, like, I can think of other movies that don't end on a positive note. Civil War, for one, if you really think about it, how does that end on a positive note? Endgame, sure, you can argue that because we beat Thanos, or the Avengers beat Thanos, but they lost Black Widow, they lost Tony Stark. So this isn't nothing new for Marvel. I don't think they've already been doing this experimentation with this type of storyline for a while now.
No, you keep
What?
going, Darrin. You keep going.
But obviously it was a little bit more prevalent in the What If episode.
Sure.
Okay, so you mentioned Civil War as an example. Well, Civil War, you still have Baron Zemo is in captivity. You still have Bucky going to Wakanda to be rehabilitated. I mean, yeah, sure, Iron Man and Captain America got mad at each other for a hot little minute, but guess what? He also got that flip phone in the mail and said, "Call me anytime. I'll be there." So, I mean, what really happened? Also, Infinity War, literally all the people that died were brought back to life in the next film. So, I mean, that's another thing. Like,
I didn't mention Infinity War. I said Endgame.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. In game, everyone came back to life.
Yeah.
No, see, Jonathan's, because DC has such a stellar track record with their movies, because they're all so dark and everyone dies and everyone is depressed. He wants the Marvel movies to look like that. I don't think so. No way.
I want the Marvel movies to be a little less predictable, because I have not a lot of friends, but a few friends that's their biggest complaint. They're like, I don't like watching Marvel movies, but not just Marvel movies, but they say, the casual fan, superhero movies in general, because usually the good guy always wins, and for me that's boring.
Yeah.
So
that's most movies. So
yeah, I mean, when was the last time that James Bond lost, or Fast and the Furious 17? Like, there's a reason. Like, there is some predictability to the movies, but there's not all, because I didn't see Quicksilver dying. I didn't see Loki dying the first 5 minutes of Infinity War, and then Thanos chucking Gamora
back to life
over. Well, in the TV show,
just
you're
like
done, Jonathan.
Coulson that was brought back.
Buddy, we don't acknowledge Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You know that. Come on.
Thank you. Or the Eternals.
That's
or
right.
not the Eternals. What was the other one?
Inhumans.
The Inhumans.
Yeah. See, I get them mixed up.
That was terrible. Jonathan, I'd love to see your show do an Inhumans episode.
I actually never watched that TV show, and now that I look back in retrospect, I'm glad that
thank your lucky stars. Just thank your lucky stars. You never accidentally stumbled into it.
I just still can't. Why would anybody want to watch a superhero with long hair that grows real long? I mean,
shave it off.
Yeah. Black Bolt's cool. I like Black Bolt, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of random superheroes, let's get into some trivia. All right, this is a fun part of the show. We're going to do some trivia. We've got some flashcards here, and it's a Marvel trivia game from 2002. So it is comic book trivia from 1939 up to 2002. So it's all comic book stuff, nothing from the movies. And each card has questions from 1 to 5, 5 being the hardest. Each player will pick their level of difficulty, and the first player to reach 15 points wins the game. And we always go alphabetical here. So we've got Jonathan, Darrin, and Tim. So Darrin, you get to go first.
Let's go 3.
3. Who was Hawkeye married to?
I don't know this.
Hawkeye was married to Mockingbird. Hawkeye was married to Mockingbird.
Now that I heard the answer, I remember that question.
Yes, we have had that one before. Jonathan.
How many points are we going to again?
15.
Okay. I was thinking about pulling the tortoise and the hare scenario and trying to be the tortoise with 2 every time, but that's going to be a long journey. so I think I'll just be the gambler. I think I'm going to go 5. Nothing but 5s. Hit me.
Okay. What are the Marauders?
I absolutely have no idea. However, I'm going to guess and say that they are from probably not Guardians of the Galaxy, because this is 2002. I don't know.
Good guess. But they're an evil supervillain team that worked for Mr. Sinister and slaughtered the Morlocks. The card, however, says a collection of superpowered slayers.
Nice.
All right, Tim.
Let's go 2.
Who? What Canadian super team is Puck on?
Fuck.
This is Darren's nickname, by the way. That's the hit.
That's not a hint. You have not.
Hey, what? Which one?
Canadian super team. Oh, hold on.
We have been. It's been like 15 seconds. Tim.
I think I had this before. I think I had this one before. I'm just gonna say X-Force because it worked last time. X-Force.
Can I answer it? Can I answer it? Because I remember it from last time.
Yeah.
Or maybe you should let Darren answer it. I'm sure he knows by now.
This is my question, guys. Alpha Flight.
Oh,
Yes.
Alpha Flight. Gotcha.
I thought it was Beta Flight. It's not Beta Flight?
No. Mm-mm.
Wrong.
So I would have been wrong.
Good thing you didn't answer.
Well, I thought he was asked this question and he answered.
I've
Alpha
read
Flight.
0 Alpha Flight, so I'm my feelings are not hurt in the slightest.
All right,
I just
Darren.
remember, I literally just like that. The reason that question I've always got, well, I got the first time was because Puck, I just always remembered him when I was little. I had a couple like stray Marvel comics that I never read in my box that I got for whatever reason. And one of them was Alpha Flight, and I'll never forget that little guy. So that's how I remembered it. That's it.
No, little guy.
Yeah, I don't read a whole lot about Canadian superheroes, too much anymore.
Yeah, it's
I quit.
It's like their money. No, it's not good here.
No. All right. Let's go 3.
3, Darren. What are mutates?
Say this. Wait, what?
What are mutates?
Mutates.
Mutates.
What number was this?
3.
This was a 3.
This is a 3. But remember too, in one of the questions of a 5 was, what was the name of Captain America's original partner?
Mm-hmm.
It was
What
Bucky
mutates?
Barnes.
Mutates, like mutants, something to. I don't have the exact answer, obviously, so that's all I got.
Well, it says mutates are people who were born normal and then later exposed to mutagens.
Did anybody else know that? Like, honestly? All right. I don't feel so bad. That should have been a 5.
Yeah, because during Extinction Agenda, that was a crossover with the X-Men books in the late 80s and early 90s. The geoengineer kidnaps various X-Men people and takes away their powers, and then kind of like in the animated series, instead of the collars, it's a mutant that can take away their powers to make them build the Sentinels. But in the comics, they don't build Sentinels; they're just slaves to capture more Sentinels, and they're called the mutates. So that's what I assume that was. I've never heard that other definition.
That's the first time that card's been pulled on the
Yeah.
show.
All right, Jonathan. 5. Where is Avalanche from? Looking for a country. And this has been a question on the show.
I will go with Canada.
Greece. Greece. All right, Tim Collins.
We'll go 2 again.
What is Moonstar's real name?
Oh, come on, man. I don't know. That's a 2. That's a 2. Holy moly!
It is.
How many people from 2002 to 1960 whatever read a Moonstar comic?
Listen, do you know the
There's
answer?
like 4 people. No, I do not know the answer.
All right. It's Danielle Moonstar.
So
All right.
Moonstar's real name was Moonstar. Is that what
It
you're
is
telling
true.
me?
Why didn't they just ask what her first name is?
Who's buried in Grant's tomb? I don't know.
All right, we got a 3-way tie here at 0. So Darren.
5. Why not?
You say 5? All right. Who is Hercules' mother? There's always like 30 Hercules questions in this set.
When Zeus was Athena?
Mina. ALC Mina.
Oh, I said Athena. Oh, I was so close. Off by a few letters. All right.
All right, Jonathan, can
It
you get
started
on the
with an
board?
A. That's good.
Don't feel bad, Darren. That would have been my best guess too. I'll go
I
5 again.
Wasn't Athena Zeus's? All right, never mind. Sorry.
What did Lady Deathstrike's father do for a living?
What did Lady Deathstrike's father do for a living? It wasn't Curtis Stryker, or not Curtis Stryker, but what was that, Stryker? I don't know who her father was, so I'm just going to take a wild guess and say that he was a engineer.
Oh, scientist. Scientist. If you watch the X-Men animated series.
Before you interrupted me, I was going to
So
say
vague.
scientific engineer. No, just kidding.
I would have guessed knife sharpener.
All right, Tim.
We're gonna go 1. I'm gonna scale it way back. Okay.
All right. The Kingpin is the crime lord of what city?
Well, we'll technically Hell's Kitchen, but we'll say New York.
I was close, Tim. All right, Tim is on the board. Tim is on the board.
No.
All right, Darren.
Oh my goodness. 4. I haven't tried that number yet.
What is She-Hulk's profession?
Where?
Yes. 4 points for that. Yeah.
That's what we call a gimme in that card set, guys. A gimme.
Well, that was for the mutates question. You got some
Yeah,
redemption.
exactly. It evens out eventually.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Jonathan.
5.
He's going for it. All right. In what issue did the Black Cat make her first appearance?
What do I have to give a number?
A number and a title.
Oh my gosh. That is nuts. There's no way I'll guess the number. Like I could literally, you could give me all the time in the world and I would never. Okay, so the number I'll go with 68, and the title I'll go with The Amazing Spider-Man.
All right. So the title was right. The Amazing Spider-Man 194.
Close.
Yeah, man. I would have guessed that.
I thought you would. All right, Tim.
You're being tough, man, making me guess the issue number.
I'm just
Give me
pulling
2
them from
again.
the deck.
Give me 2 again.
All right. Who is Kitty Pryde?
Shadowcat.
Shadow Cat. Yes. Very good. 2 points.
It's so easy to freeze up when you get an easy one question, and then you're just
Yeah,
like,
no.
oh wait, no, that's right, I have it.
I know. As soon as I said it, I was like, "Is she Shadowcat?" I don't know.
4.
4. All right. Darren, 4. What is Diamondback's real name?
Oh, Darren.
Guys, Tim does not know. He doesn't know.
Rattler.
Was his? Did they say his name in the series?
Well, hold on. I want to see if I get an answer from Darren.
The answer is no. You don't have an answer from Darren on this one.
So Diamondback is primarily a female character in the comic.
Oh,
There's
that's
also
right.
a male character, but primarily it's the female character. And her name was Rachel Layton.
Gotcha.
Oh, so close.
Yeah. So is Tim.
Yeah.
All right, Jonathan.
All 5s, baby. All 5.
You look like Lex Luthor sitting
Oh.
next to that poster right now, all quiet and stuff, by the way. Sorry.
You're gonna love this one. Love this one. In what issue did the Falcon first appear?
So I have to give another number and title.
Yes, sir. Maybe you might not pick 5 anymore.
Wait.
I for the title, we'll go with Captain America and
Okay.
And issue number. I mean, it could be so many different numbers. We'll do 137.
Oh, you're off by 20 issues. 117.
Oh, really?
117.
Wait, hold on. Wait, you said Captain America. Okay, never mind. Got it. All right.
I think I should at least get a 2.5 for guessing the title of the comic.
We've made a strict rule. We've all tried to get partial points. We just don't do it, so it's fair.
All right, Tim.
All right, give me another 2.
What other code name did Meltdown go by? She's on X-Force, Tim.
X-Force.
Boom Boom or Boomer?
Boom, boom. Yeah.
Tabitha. All right, Darren.
Boom, boom.
This has been one of my most fun nights so far for trivia, by the way. Oh, wow. 3. We better scale it back a little bit. 3.
What member of the Invaders throws fire? What member of the Invaders throws fire? For 3 points.
No, that means no, sorry.
Sorry. Human Torch. The Human
Oh.
Torch
Oh,
was on the Invaders. It was the original Human
I
Torch.
know the Human Torch throws fire, obviously, but
Well, this was the original
familiar.
Human Torch. He was an android named Jim Hammond. So It wasn't-
oh,
it's
but
not
that's
Johnny
not
Storm.
even. Man,
that's a 3.
all right, Jonathan, are you going for
Okay.
5 or are you going
Give me
for
one
something
of 5.
different? 5?
5.
All right. What does Plato stand for?
Yep. Stands for pretty lame beep. Terrible opossum.
Piezo electrical logistic analytic tactical operator.
Dang, I was so close.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to help anybody on the team, but maybe the strategy of only picking 5s isn't a good one. right. Tim,
1.
1.
Give me a
Oh,
1.
Here's see, you're taking his tortoise thing, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
What beautiful redhead told Spider-Man, "Face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot"?
Zendaya. No, I'm just kidding. It's Mary Jane Watson.
Mary Jane, you get for 1 point. Darren,
Okay, so we're at, I got 4. Tim, you have 2.
I got 4 because I had a
Oh,
1.
you got 4. Okay.
I had a 1, a 2 in that one, so that's 4.
Gotcha. 0. Okay. I'm not going with a 5. I'm going to go 3 again.
what heroic name did Eric Masterson go by before he was called Thunderstrike?
Lightning strike. Lightning strike.
Like Thor. He went by Thor.
Okay. Wow. All right.
Jonathan?
All right. I'm at the casino and I'm down $800. What I'm going to do? I'm going to say, hit me again.
Okay. What is the death camp number tattooed on Magneto's arm?
141.
No.
I thought you were so secure with that answer. I was like, oh, he got it.
I was hoping that I could win him over with my confidence.
214782.
Oh, wow. That's a long one. Okay. That's my last 5.
Okay. Tim,
I'll go 4 this time.
what is Craven's full name?
I just looked this up like 3 days ago. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I just looked this up like 3 days ago and I don't know it. I'm not gonna be able to fake it. I don't know it.
That's all right. Sergei Kravenov.
Ah,
Or Sergei. Whatever.
Sergey. Yep. I knew it was Russian. I just didn't remember exactly what
I
it
would have
was.
been in the same boat. Same boat.
Oh. I looked it up because of the movie. I saw that the movie was coming out. I was like, oh, Craven. And I looked at it, totally forgot.
All right, Darren.
Let's go back to 4.
Who supposedly killed Nick Fury?
He kills everybody.
Yeah, a lot of people have killed Nick Fury, but
Yeah, that's the thing. We've had this question before too.
so this was like 1995, 1996 when this happened.
Frank Castle, the Punisher.
Mhm.
You're
Frank
correct.
Castle.
That would
Frank
have been
Castle?
my guess. When the question is who killed blank, it's usually Frank Castle.
I know. Yeah, obviously. Well, as soon as you said 95 too, that's where I can kind of put.
Jonathan May. 2. In what issue? Just kidding. What alien race are the Shi'ar's enemy?
Kree.
The Kree. 2 points. Yeah. All right, everybody's on the board. Tim.
We'll go 2.
2. What X team is Skin on?
X-Force. I'm not even blinking because if I'm wrong, I don't care. I said X-Force. X-Force.
It's Generation X.
I could know. You could ask me who what X team Wolverine is on, and I will say X-Force just because I don't trust those cards. Okay.
Darrin.
Let's go with 4 again.
What team is Murmur on? Murmur.
X-Force.
Alpha Flight.
Ah. See, I was right. I didn't actually read Alpha Flight. I just like Puck.
You didn't say Canadian team. That's why we didn't get it.
No.
Yeah, if you would have said Canadian team, it would have been over.
So
Well,
Canadian
I
team.
still had to get another question right, but
Well, they just give you more clues the easier the questions are.
oh, gotcha.
All right, Jonathan.
You know what? Darren's been at the slot machine. He's been pulling that slot every time. He's not hitting with those 4s, but you know what? That gimme's coming up. Give me a 4.
That's the wait. Hold on. That's the only questions I've got right are 4s.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
wow.
just saying.
Okay.
Sorry.
4. In
2.
keeping with the theme tonight, where was Hercules born?
Greece.
Greece. He was. 4 points.
Yes.
Greece and Avalanche. I mean, Hercules and Avalanche are both in Greece. Got Alpha Flight and Greece and Hercules questions and issue notes. All right, Tim.
Go 2.
What is Gateway's power? What is Gateway?
Is it like going through walls or something?
Teleportation.
Teleportation.
He swings whatever and then makes a portal
Gotcha.
for Skin in Generation X. All right, Darrin.
Yeah, I'll stick with 4. It's the only time I get one. So
Where is the Force Works headquarters located? Where's the Force Works headquarters located? Force Works,
New York City.
California. Ventura specifically. Close.
Yeah.
You're in the right hemisphere. All right,
Right,
Jonathan.
Give me a 2.
2. All right, Jonathan. Who is the half vampire hero who hunts vampires?
Blade.
Blade. 2 points. Could Jonathan come back and win this?
He's getting
So
the
I
2s
have
that I
8.
was.
I have 8. I think you have 8 now, Jonathan, right?
Yeah, I'm still at 4.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right, Tim.
I'll go 4. Let's try to catch up.
What is Starhawk 1's real name?
I've had that question.
It's probably like Billy Starhawk 1, just like last.
That's your final answer.
No, Starhawk 1. I don't know.
Stakar.
Yeah, I would have got that if I just thought about it a little longer.
Yes. Darrin.
5. Let's go
Right.
world.
In what issue did Iron Man make his first appearance?
Avengers #1.
Tales of Suspense 39.
Hmm.
Sorry, no half points. Jonathan,
Let's go with a 3.
what team does Adam Warlock lead? What team does Adam Warlock lead?
I was gonna say the Golden Nuggets, but
It's not the Golden Nuggets.
I gotta make a guess here because I really don't know.
Just say X-Force, man. Just say it. Just say X-Force. It's there.
It's gotta be some type of cosmic team. Maybe it's not the Guardians of the Galaxy because this is 2002. Adam Warlock will lead the Avengers.
The Infinity Watch. Close.
You guys probably knew that one.
Yeah, they were in charge of watching all the Infinity Gems. All right, Tim.
Go 3.
3. What mystical hero is the leader of the Secret Defenders?
Mystical hero. I'm gonna say Doctor Strange.
You are correct.
There you go.
Doctor Strange. Got a hot game. Very close, kids.
All right, so where are you at now, Tim?
7.
Okay, go 4.
4. What does Nightcrawler's teleportation smell like?
Sulfur, right?
Yes, Darrin.
That's the first time I had that card. I just know he goes into the little demon world and all that or whatever.
That was good. That was good. Jonathan looks panicked.
Give me a 2.
2. What is Emma Frost's position in the Hellfire Club?
She's the leader.
She's the White Queen.
Uh,
She's the White Queen.
Was the White Queen the leader?
Wait, it should just be like she's the queen, right? The position wise, like
Well, there's the White Queen, there's the Black Queen, there's the Rook, there's the Black King, the White King.
Oh, like
okay.
a
I see.
chessboard.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's like a chessboard. I get it now. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
I'm glad Jared is here to explain these things to me.
Yeah, right.
I never would have got it. All right.
All right, Tim.
All right. Let's go 3 again.
Who is Marvel's version of the devil?
It's Mephisto.
It is. And do you guys think he's behind everything in What If?
absolutely.
Not in What If, but we didn't get to talk about the trailer. I think it's time. Anyway.
All right, so you got 3 points for that.
Mhm.
Keeping it close. Darrin.
So I'm at 12. I'll go 3.
3. Who was the second Spider-Woman? The second Spider-Woman. Who was her?
And this is based on. I don't know why this name's coming to my mind. Jessica Drew.
That was the first one.
Okay.
That was the first one.
I
Second one.
don't.
That's okay.
At least I got one in the right. Yeah.
You won't forget Julia Carpenter. You'll never forget.
We will. Yes, we will. Yes.
All right, Jonathan, you need what? How many points to win?
A lot. I'm still at 8, so I would need a lot.
Did you say 3?
Yeah.
What villain did the Submariner team up with to conquer the world?
Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom. Yes, sir. Well, Jonathan brought up the gun show there for a second. All right. Look at her. All right, Tim.
3.
3. Some of Captain America's enemies like to dress like snakes. Who are they?
The Serpent Society?
The Serpent Society. 3 points. Woo! Darrin, they're bringing the heat, man.
Yeah. So where are we at now? I'm still at 12. You're at 13, Tim.
13.
And then
11.
Woo! Woo!
Oh.
Getting hot in here. All right, 3.
3. What godly hero group did Thunderstrike belong to? Another Thunderstrike question.
Godly hero group.
What godly hero group did Thunderstrike belong to?
That's Guardians.
The Thor cores.
Everyone knows that, Darrin.
Yeah.
All right, Jonathan.
I'm gonna go for the win. Give me a 4.
Number 4. Okay. Where is the Dark Beast from?
Hell.
The Age of Apocalypse. All right, Tim.
2 for the win.
2. What is Warpath's real name? You got all the real
X-Force
names.
question.
That's
I
a
got
two.
that X-Force question. I knew it was happening sooner or later.
Well, did you study your X-Force trivia?
Oh, not like I should have. Warpath's real name
Yes.
is
Bobby
an
Warpath.
Indian name. It's an Indian name.
It's a Native American name. Don't get us canceled, okay?
Of course, of
Yeah,
course.
this is gonna go on YouTube. You know how they'll do this.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
James Proudstar.
Proud Star, of course. All right.
That should have just been a superhero name, Proud Star.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Darrin.
Let's go. I'm gonna go back to floors.
Where was Quicksilver born?
Wait, that depends. Oh wait, no, this comic book. I should still know this.
Where was Quicksilver?
Germany, right?
He was born on Wundagore Mountain. Remember Bova, the cow woman, helped deliver him? Everybody knows that.
All right.
All right.
Maybe I should not go for the floors anymore.
Or Jonathan?
For
Okay.
the win. For the win.
What is Stan Lee's favorite word?
Excelsior.
Excelsior.
That should not be a 4.
All right, now
Tim and I were wrong.
Tim still has a turn though.
Oh.
Tim still has a turn
Oh, really?
I'll go for the 2, but
because you
know,
had more questions than him. So everybody
Yeah,
gets
sure.
there.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, Tim, what'd you say now?
I'll go for the 2. Yeah,
Okay.
get to 15.
All right. For the tie. Because you could have gone for 3, right?
Could have. I
Okay.
could have, but I didn't.
Where is Thanos from?
He is from Titan.
He is from Titan. Ooh, okay.
I was gonna say space, but that would have been,
All right, so Darrin, what do we do for a tiebreaker? Do I ask a question to whoever answers first?
Well,
you
they
give
have
me
to
a
get
question.
one of their little something to hold up,
Yeah, okay, so should they just both get their own questions?
Yeah, give them one. Pull 2 cards. Pick a number. Agree on it. I'd say. What do you guys
Something
want?
hold up
1,
like a
2,
ball?
3, 4, 5.
What's
What?
that?
What are you talking about? Like writing our answers down on a piece of paper or something and holding it up, or what?
No, last time we did the actual Marvel trivia show, we had little totem type of things that we would hold up, and that would be like our buzzer since we're on Zoom. But anyway, we'll just.
Oh,
How about
okay.
you guys just I don't know, pick a question each, pick a number. Jared pulls 2 random cards, and one of you gets it, you win.
Showdown.
Yeah, what category, what number category do you guys want to agree upon? 2, 3, or 4, or 5? Not a 1.
Let's do a
Go right down the middle. Do 3. Sound good?
3
Right.
for me.
Okay. All right. So I've got 2 cards here. Jonathan, your question is, what villain runs Murder World?
Mojo.
Ooh, arcade.
I think I had that exact same question last time.
All right, Tim, you're number
Maybe get
3.
Arcade, like an arcade game room.
No, he runs Murder World, but his name is Arcade.
Arcade.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Tim, your number 3 is, what is the rhino's greatest wish?
To be restored as human, right?
It is. Yep.
Yeah.
To get out of his costume. Wow.
I can't believe it.
Congratulations, Tim.
The tortoise wins. And not
Well done, Jonathan.
X-Force was not the answer a single time I said it, but I went down swinging, man. I said X-Force every single time and I won. It worked. There you go.
And you were a tortoise. You were a tortoise for a while.
That's right.
Well, if we were in public school, you would all get participation trophies because you all did really good. You did.
I get
really
one every
good.
show.
Like Jonathan was like cruising at 0 because he picked all 5s, and then he just went like out of nowhere, just showed up. And Darrin was like busting it to try and get it, and then Tim just broke the tie. So good job to everybody. That was great.
Good
That was
game,
intense.
guys.
That
That
was
was awesome.
I'll have fudge rounds and juice boxes in a cooler for you. Okay.
That's right.
All right.
Cream
Well,
cheese.
thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check all of our stuff out. We'll have it below in the description where you can follow all these other pages. And just thanks so much for coming, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, guys.
Peace out.